Goody. I'm doing a speech for Fundamentals of Speech at Labette Community College. Every person has two sides to their story. One of my sides is very artsy, while the other is very punctual. Most people would agree that these sides cannot coexist, and you would almost be right. It's sometimes difficult to control these two sides of my personality. Depending on what I'm doing, one can dominate the other, like with my grades. I'm extremely punctual when it comes to my grades, but when I'm creating art, my punctuality is kicked to the curb. Everyone is unique in his or her own special way, and I am too. Something that makes me unique is my need to create. I love making art. Sometimes I write poetry, paint, or draw, and this helps put my crazy brain to peace. I've had anxiety for as long as I can remember, and art has been the only release that I can find. I love to express my emotions through any medium I can. Most people would look at an artist and think that they're very free-spirited and not bound by the confines of society. But then there's someone like me. Sometimes when I try to create the most beautiful picture anyone's ever seen, I put too much into it and I don't know when to stop. This is a big problem for me because when I try to make everything perfect, but it's not what creating art is all about. Even though my punctuality has caused problems in my art, it has helped me tremendously with my schoolwork. My grades are more important to me than anything else. I stress every day about each and every assignment, test, and project I do. I've been a straight A student for my entire high school experience, and I plan to maintain that record. As the oldest of 5 children, I'm always put on display as the example of responsibility. I get my work done. I make sure that it is the best work that I can give. Even though artists are not known for being punctual, I work with this trait to make art work. I use my perfectionism to correct mistakes in my art and make something beautiful. I use these two unique parts of my personality to make my life more interesting, but sometimes they don't always agree. These two sides have been in constant battle for the majority of my life. It is a daunting task trying to live my life with the peace between these two sides. For example, when I work on a project for school, I try to make it look beautiful and perfect, like just amazing. But every mistake I make makes me want to scream. Another problem I have is when I try to get my work done, but a part of me wants to draw, I usually choose the latter. And these two problems that I have control my life so much. But how I overcome these differences is I try really hard not to procrastinate, and that's how I'm a straight A student, and I try not to let my perfectionist spirit control my life. Even though these personalities can interfere with my everyday life, it is still what makes me who I am. My artsy side is just going to have to get over the fact that it can never truly be free. And my punctual side is going to have to learn to be a little less controlling. Like I said in the beginning of this speech, everyone has a uniquely different personality. Everyone has two sides to their story, and these sides are what make up everything about me.